Whereabouts in India are you from, Astush? You are doing a very good work. Oh, thank you, Astush. I love it. It's easy to work when you love your work. You keep saying that the words just come. Talking about ethics is not compassion that makes you do what you do. My teacher used to say to me, and I really appreciated this, he used to say, watch out for peaceful people. And he most probably was meaning me, because I was one of these peaceful people. When somebody is wanting to project the image of being compassionate and peaceful, it's normally because internally they don't feel like that. It's something they want to be. Somebody that's really compassionate and peaceful won't be trying to project that to anyone. They just will be that, and that will most probably be unnoticeable to other people because you wouldn't be able to tell. But somebody that's trying to project that to other people, so trying to come across as the good person, is more than likely trying to hide chaos and some badness, although there is no ultimate badness inside. So something that comes from disharmony. So the way that happens is you divide, you become separate, and your mind separates into two. So when you're young, it separates, and you have this consciousness that's looking at everything and experiencing everything, and it never moves. And then you have this mind that divides into two. And you have this bad side that you push away, and then this good side which you try to bring to the forward. So your parents say, don't hit your brother. So say if your brother's annoying you, you push that to the back, the desire to hit your brother and the hatred that you feel for him in the moment when he steals your Game Boy or something, and you push forward being nice. So the being nice, the pushing forward of being nice, is trying to push away the actual anger and rage you feel for him. And this happens again and again and again. So every time there's something that annoys you in the flow, you push forward very strongly the nice person and you push away the bad person. So this happens in many people, that in situations they're being really nice, but actually internally they're trying to push away rage or anger at the other person. And then there's no consciousness of that. They have no consciousness. It's just, it feels tangled. It feels like your body is in pain, and you don't realize that this is what's happening. But then what happens in your psyche is you begin to fear this, and a lot of people report back this feeling that they've got a monster inside them. I remember the first time that I did LSD, I feared, this is when I was a lot younger, in my early 20s, I feared a monster coming out of me. And this is how most people feel. They don't want to go to a psychiatrist, they don't want to meet anyone that's telepathic, or they don't want to be exposed because they feel there's something dark inside of them. Or they feel there's something dark chasing them, and it gets all projected because it could then get projected out into the world as if something bad's going to happen to you. So you're always concerned that you'll lose your job, all these things. The mind is amazing what it does. And then that feels like reality to you. The more peaceful somebody projects out into the world, it tends to be the more anger and annoyance that they're hiding internally. This monster, they're trying really hard to not be this monster. And this isn't always the case, but and in some ways it's a good thing that the body's being reconditioned to do the good thing and you're focusing on the good thing. But it means that every so often when something goes really chaotically wrong and the person can't control things, then the monster will come up, that rage and that anger will come out. like an explosion if things keep going wrong and it can't control things. It also might mean there's a lot of passive aggression that goes on, so you're offering help to people but it's passive aggressive or controlling. So really, to me, what compassion is remembering who you are and responding from that place of who you are. And that doesn't necessarily look like anything. It could be being Mother Teresa and saving kids and helping dogs, and it could be responding like that. But it could also be living a really simple life that's not particularly harmful or not harmful. What it will stop when you live from that place is doing anything that's mean, because your heart won't feel like that. Your heart won't feel to do things that are mean. And mean means you might do things mean by accident, but it means like you don't want to hurt or put down people anymore. Like everything is this vibration of love and is yourself. So compassion to me is who you are. Compassion to society is often an avoidance of darkness, and that to me is not compassion. But it's served our society well, and it most probably helps us get along to an extent. But I feel like to have a really beautiful society, we all have to come back from acting from our natural compassion rather than this forced compassion, a mental compassion that's been taught to us. I think it has to be a flow, it has to be a natural energy. Because otherwise what happens is we get into what we have now, where we have lots of rules and regulations, and we have societies that are about profit, which is okay, that's not a problem having a society about profit. But some of the people that are making profit, a lot of the people that are making profit are prepared to do anything to make a profit. Where anything that's legal to make a profit, anything that binds within what society says is okay. Whereas the best way to be is that everybody's acting from natural compassion, and then you would want to give somebody a fair wage, you would want to get on with people. And so that would be everybody's priority. So everybody would be playing a fair game, all businesses would be playing a fair game. The priority wouldn't be profit. The priority would be love first, and then profit and competition. There's nothing wrong with profit and competition, but it's the problem with humans is what we're prepared to do in order to win that competition. And when you're doing it from a mental place, then actually you'll be prepared to do anything which is most probably within the bounds of law. When you're doing it from a heart place, then it will be a lot more natural.